Hello. Okay, so I haven't posted in a while and I've been busy, so there's no excuse for not posting except for the fact that I've been busy. Anyway, what I'm doing here is I'm working on a carburetor. It's a Weber DCD 36. It's going into a Series 3 Land Rover that's got a 2.5 Chev motor in it. But what I've found is that I've got the wrong components in this carburetor for the engine to run optimally. So I'm going to show you what I've got to put in here and change them out, and you'll see the whole process. Okay, so what we've got here are the replacement components for this carburetor. This is a choke tube and this is a number 27. If you have a look there, there's a number 27 on it. And I've got to put this into the second stage Venturi because that is the wrong size. What I've got here is a 25 in the first stage and a 26 in the second stage. And I've actually got to have a 26 in the first stage and the 27 in the second stage. I've also got the incorrect spray jet on here. I've got a size 70 and it should be a size 60. So I have a size 60 spray jet here. I've also got a main jet that's incorrect. Basically, I've got a 130 on the primary stage and a 135 on the secondary stage. I should have the 135 on the first stage and a 140 on the second stage. And then I've also got the incorrect emulsion tubes. So currently on my emulsion tubes, I've got F23s. They should be F30s. So these are them here. And I've got air correction jets that are also incorrect. So the air correction jets on top are currently a 180 on the primary stage and a 205 on the secondary stage. And they should be a 225 primary and a 220 secondary. So there they are there. So we're just going to change those out now and see how it goes. So let's start off by removing the spray jet. And just put that there. We won't put the new one in place yet. We're going to pull out the auxiliary venturi. You'll see it's got a little spring steel retainer, and that slots in to the side of the carb there so it doesn't turn and rattle around. So I'm going to put that there. I'm going to remove this choke tube, and this is supposed to be a 26 in here, which is actually sitting currently in the second stage. And you'll see that this has a number 25 on it. So that's the wrong size. I'll put that there. Let's remove the secondary auxiliary venturi. Put that there. It's also got the spring steel retainer. And then we'll remove this choke tube or venturi. There's another word for it. And there it's got a 26 on it. So that's going to go into the primary housing or primary chamber, if you want to call it that. Right, so I've just removed this little spring clip retainer from this venturi, and I'm going to slot it into this one that's missing. So it basically slots in like this. And then the side is peened to hold it in place. Okay, so I'm back, and this is number 26, as you can see there, and I've put the retainer clip into this slot and peened it. So now number 26 can go into the primary emulsion tube. So that locates, goes down. Now it doesn't turn, which is great. And we'll put the primary auxiliary venturi back in place. Here we go. And we'll put number 27 in position. Put the secondary auxiliary venturi into position. Okay, right. At the moment we can actually change out the spray jet. So we'll change out the size 70 for the size 60. These spray jets can only fit in one direction as well. They've got this little lip in the middle. I don't know if you can see it. It's in the middle there. And that locates onto the top of the carb, the mating face. Okay. So now let us change out the emulsion tubes. So I require, I think it looks like an 8. That's an 8, and that's a 7, so it's definitely an 8. So these emulsion tubes currently are size 23. And the air correction jet, so this is the secondary emulsion tube. Let's start with the primary. So the primary emulsion tube is an F23. And it's got a 180 air correction jet on it. That's engraved in the top. And at the bottom, so this is the size of the emulsion tube. It's got an engraving at the bottom by my fingernail. It says F23. And the air correction jet has an engraving on the side. Very small. There it is. That says 180. So that's got to come out. The secondary emulsion tube has to come out. It also says F23 at the bottom, and it says 205 on the air correction jet at the top, and that's completely wrong. So the correct emulsion tubes need to be F30, F30. And the primary air correction jet, the correct one is 225. So this one is for the secondary, because this is 220. This one is 225 engraved. 225. Okay, so that goes into there. This one that says 220, that goes into there. Okay, and we can screw those in. Nice and tight. Those can go there. That goes there. So the last component that I need to change out is the main jet. So the main jet, the primary main jet, currently is 130 and the secondary is 135. It should be 135 and 140 in that order. So in my hand I've got a 140 here. So I need to actually take out the primary main jet and the secondary main jet, put the secondary in the primary position and put this one into the secondary position. Right. Just if you want to know what's going on here, this is the actual primary idling jet holder. This is your main jet, primary stage. Yo, that was quite tight. Okay. Okay, so primary jet holder, there's your primary main jet, and currently it is 130. So if you look in the engraving on the top here, you will see the number 130 engraved there, and that needs to be 135, and the 135 is currently sitting in the secondary jet holder. Right, so we just removed the secondary jet holder, and you can see engraved there it says 135. Now that's perfect for the primary jet holder. So what we have to do is see if this will unscrew without too much effort. Nope. Right, put that in there. Wow. In there. Okay. So secondary jet coming out. That's 135. That needs to go into the primary jet holder. So we'll put that over there. What we want to do is just make sure that these jets are clear. Okay, so this is main jet, size 135, that's correct. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. The actual fitting, the actual jet holder is corroded. I've never seen that before. Okay, so I'm going to have to get a primary jet holder, another one. I'm just going to finish the secondary jet installation. Right, that's still good. So secondary jet holder going into position. Unfortunately, I can't finish this job because the actual primary jet holder broke, and I didn't put much force on that, but what you can see, you can actually see corrosion in there, which is quite odd, but I think this has been over tightened in the past. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to have to get a primary jet holder and put this main jet into there, and then put the car back together, put it on the engine, and hopefully we'll have a vehicle that's running much smoother in the future. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.